it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. Today we're going to talk about those dang scouts that don't know how to scout. It's your fault, light tank. I already talk about that. Sometimes it is. Arguably, there are maps in this game where a good light tank is critical, can be critical. You were talking about Proc, Malnovka, some of those kinds. This one, however, is called Highway, and while it is extremely important to have a good scout for this side, the heavy brawl doesn't have a whole lot to do with scouting. There are some opportunities to get guys lit and get them shot in the side with the scout and whatnot. Still, I would not call this one of those critical maps, but I would call it one of the very important maps. Now, I want you to watch what happens with the deployment right here. It is myself and Manticore against an RHM Panzer, and there are no other light tanks in the game. So I'm pretty confident I can outspot the RHM. So I'm going to take a relatively aggressive line up into this forward bush up here, hoping that the RHM isn't super aggressive. There is an EBR I'm worried about as well. So we get the lion lit and we hang out. All right. I want you to watch what's going on over here. Sometimes your early positioning in a light tank can actually work against you. We've talked about that before. I'm not sure whether or not the Char, the Burr, and the Patton would have pushed forward if I hadn't got up here, but they certainly seem like they're ready to do the Snipperino, and we have nobody going up into the northwest corner, so we've given up that entire bit of the map. I haven't seen anybody cross over to there, although I think we'll see them. There we go. So there goes one. There's a Panther 2 at least headed that way. The RHM is raging around, so he bails out. He knows he's being outspotted by the Manticore. The Charioteer's kind of hanging out here, and I'm not going to shoot. I shoot, I'm spotted, I'm probably dead. The Udez is moving forward. That is not very good. And I'm starting to get surrounded, guys. Now there's an EBR in the field, right? So they realize there's nothing in the corner. They have a fast EBR. Now I'm in a really bad spot. I've gone forward to a pretty aggressive forward spot, but I have zero support other than the snipers from mediums up in the corner. If the mediums had held the corner, we got a chance here. We got a chance, but as you can see, they're all camping in the back. So if you get on the keyboard and start yapping at your scouts about how they're not spotting or doing what they should do, please pay attention to the whole game and understand what they've been trying to do, so that if later on you look at it and go, wow, he's really not doing much for us, you don't think that's all they did. We'll get to that in just a minute, because I'm not liking this spot. In fact, I'm going to get overrun by this EBR here pretty quickly. He's looking for me. He knows I'm in one of these bushes, guys. So here he comes. I actually whiffed this shot, I believe. Yep. Oh, no, I don't. Armor. Awesome. Armor not hit, of course. And he hits me on the run. Of course. That's just absolutely glorious, is it not? Just beautiful. I'm trying to stay on the edge of this thing and not get killed. Oh, get this EBR. There we go. All right, he's dead. And I didn't know this, actually. This is not a bad spot. I'm certainly vulnerable to the arty, but I am decently, not amazingly, but decently covered up against those guys by that bank. I'm kind of figuring that out as I go right here. I had no choice but to sit here. If I'd have started running across the field, I'd die. I was just hoping that I could maybe go dark here, and that's pretty amazing. It ended up happening for me. So we get the Udez and the EBR 105. They make foolish pushes because they thought nobody was there. And so the snipers are doing their thing. I don't know why the M48 Patton is now pushing across. Even though I was complaining about, that guy took a stab at where I was. Even though I was complaining about not having any support, I'd rather the support not be this kind of dopey. Just crossing across and getting crushed. So the Char, the Burr, our EBR is running around. We lost the WT because he shot and got spotted because he was too close to the bush. Best MT sniper, medium tank sniper. So the M4043, by the way, the M4043 is just trolling for some reason this game. He took 2 shots, I believe, the whole game, and then he goes in the corner. He yaps the whole time. But a couple of the other guys, to include the Su-14-2, start complaining about the light tank, as if it's the light tank's fault. We created a decent advantage here, by the way, at least for the moment. Now the Burr is thinking about it. Patton just drives up and dies like a Muppet. Heavies are doing their brawl. And I'm just trying to see what happens with this Patton. I don't really feel like he's going to survive this. More than likely, one of those guys is going to take the opportunity to, even if they get hit by one shot, we lose the EBR, we lose the T-26 E5, we got their Charioteer, and then the Lion comes over and nukes the Patton. The Borosk dies to the 15-16 in the corner, and we've gone from an advantage to a disadvantage just like that. And now I am no longer interested in sitting in the middle. There's a Char back there, and that is it, fellas. Moving ammo racked twice by the same guy. So we're going to bail out of this thing. There's not a lot of good choices. This particular cap is not easy to defend. We're going to sit here for a bit. Maybe we can get lucky with one of their guys pushing across, being silly. But I don't have good eyes on... See, I'm going to move because I don't have good eyes on this part of the map right here. Good eyes on that part, but not that part over there. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to be. Maybe this particular one little tree will hang out here. And we're going to start hearing about it. And that's 7-6. We're actually in good shape here. The other part is choose your own adventure, fellas. You're in the south and you won the city. What do you do? Correct. Just push across into their cap and let their camping guys kill you. Good. Glad we got that straightened out. That's 40-43. Thank you. I say stop pushing, pull back. Base LT sniper. Well, clearly that's not what I was doing. Maybe not camp base, says the UDES 03. Okay. The guy that's sitting on the 8 column over there. Okay, got it. Got it. Copy all. Camping base. So that's kind of my point of the video right here, guys, is pay attention to where your team deploys. If you just came up for air and had a chance to look around at this point in the game and you see the light tank right there, you haven't been able to keep track of what else was going on in the game. Based on what you're seeing, it's probably a good chance that that's not exactly all the light tank was doing. Char, I don't know what his plan is, honestly. He spent the whole time camping back there, and then he gets down into the pit. I mean, it's very strange. Very strange.
Much obliged.
The M4043 is thanking me, because apparently I'm not doing the spotting in accordance with his wishes. Always a problem. Little push down there. We lost the tank. Artie's thumping him. I'm going to start moving around here. I want to see if I can catch anybody in the middle. I should be out spotting him. That's one advantage we have, as long as I can stay alive, which unfortunately is not quite long enough. We'll move across here. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be spotted. Actually, they have their Panzer, RHM Panzer. Sorry, I forgot about that. I should be able to outspot him, but I have to be careful about getting too far in, too deep in. We're going to come up here and see if we can sneak a view on somebody. What do we got here? Ah, there we go. We found the Shrek. He did not see me. That's good. Checking right. There's the light tank over there. Guys are shooting on him. Like, somebody bring him down to a one-shot. There we go. Kill him off and get out of here. Take a bit of a chance for getting spotted. Didn't happen. That was great. Take a peek here. Can we catch anybody else out? Now, I don't want to go zinging down there. Once I get trapped, if I get down into the pit and start coming up the hill, I'm basically trapped. I won't be able to get out of there without being spotted. I might be able to get through the river, but notice they've got a Panther II, an UDES, a Lion, an RHM, so pretty quickly they're going to push down there and take me out. Unfortunately, we have a push going on with the WZ, Char, and 50M pushing into their strength, which is a hold down spot over there. One mistake after another, fellas. So now I'm thinking, well, maybe I can get over there and help them. And unfortunately, they don't survive very long. There goes the WZ-114, which is the heavy hitter. Char's still kind of sitting down. The E-50's behind that road. Terrible position for it. More than likely getting completely outspotted. Notice their KPZ and Panther. I mean, Artie's just zinging in there. RHM finds me, unfortunately. Take a stab at him. He misses, for a wonder. I miss him as well. And we're just in trouble now, right? The 50M dies. The RHM's in behind. We got the Char there. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to help this guy. The 4043 is still babbling. Wait, where is this RHM, man? Oh, there's a new disc. Let's see if we can shoot him, maybe. No, we cannot. There's the RHM. That's unfortunate. Gonna get me lit. Maybe I can get a shot on him. Let's see. Nope, terrible shot. Spotted. Very bad. Hit. Panther 2 hits me from across the map. Get a little more spotting out of it. The Pasternak is like, alright, let's go kill those clickers. Okay, great. So now those dudes are pushing. Oh, by the way, there's a lion up there, right? I don't know how the RHM missed me. That's amazing. I'll take it, though. Probably an HE shell. Try not to get hit again. Oh, dang it. Got hit by the KPZ. That's no good. Ammo racked as well. 4043, crying. The Lion, of course, is defending the cap down there, which you should have known. So we've got a T-28 and a Pasternak trying to push on a Lion. And two Arty, which are clearly not there anymore. I get spotted by that guy again. Like, oh, son of a... Alright. Probably should not have pushed back there. Once I got pushed off cap, I should have run away. Because I can spot from back here. I can't get my mouse back. But I can spot from, what, the E row over there? The DE row pretty easily for the UDES 033. I don't know what he's shooting at, by the way, or what he's doing where he is. Doesn't seem to be anything really that he can shoot at from that spot in those trees there. I don't know. It's just a lot of, it's the scouts' fault, you know? So pay attention. Pay attention to where your team deploys. Don't automatically assume just because a scout or a medium has moved back towards the cap. This is for my RD and TD friends out there. Don't automatically assume that just because they move back towards the back, that's where they've been the whole time. Obviously, if at the very beginning you see them and that's where they've been sitting, then there you go. That's, you can watch it. But if you just look up and go, that guy's a camper, he's not doing anything, maybe. Look at the situation. There was no reason for me to sit in the middle right there. It was not going to help us anymore. In fact, I almost got overrun anyway based on the deployment. Su-14-2 I think, yeah, so I tell the RD to relax right there. I think the 14-2 gets in on it. Oh yeah, F you, there you go. Good. See, the 40-43 moves into the corner. I think he fired twice. The Pasternak does get one Arty, a couple bounces. Enemy teams on the cap. The UDES is attempting to do something. Proto's attempting to do something. We end up losing this particular battle. It is funny in this game, man. People will love to find that it's somebody's fault. Definitely not theirs. Light tanks tend to be the low-hanging fruit, the easy one to blame it on because they're not spotting. They're not giving me the spots I need. Yeah, this guy, I'm not really sure what the UDES 033 is attempting to do here, but this looked pretty good. Actually, at this point when I was watching, I would have loved to have still been in the game, clearly. But I thought he had a pretty good chance. If he can clear out the KPZ EK1 real quick. There we go. Oh, auto aim, great. There we go. So I figured if he could kill that guy off, I'm like, wow, he might have a chance. Go get the Lion, get the Panther 2. The Pasternak is up there. The Pancake. Problem is the Pancake keeps getting spotted and their Arty's going to take him out. Of course, I'm getting into it a little bit with the 40-43, and I didn't realize at the time that he wasn't playing. I think I go check on him here in a minute, kind of find out where he is, and he's just sitting in the corner looking at nothing. This is where the Pancake dies. He's only got 16 hit points, so the 40-43 doesn't really have to get very close. Lion ended up killing him anyway. So the Lion gets in there and takes him out. Checking on this guy. He's got some decent hit points. It takes a terrible line to get in there, to be honest. You should have gone all the way up to the north, up there. Go all the way up to the north, or sorry, the east part, west part. I'll get it straight here in a minute. The west part of the map, on the edge of the map, and come around. But for some reason, we're hanging out right here. And that's that, fellas. That is that. Have a great one. Stop blaming everything on your scout. Now, I think maybe he was thinking about shooting himself and shooting the wall and trying to kill himself or something. Like, I don't know what this guy's doing. He's just sitting there. Have a great one, fellas. We will see you.